Good morning, all you lovely people. Hi. Yes, I'm a little bit excited. I'm still going strong. That's awesome. In this vlog, I want to celebrate 90 days. Woo! Yes. Do a little dance. Do a little jig. Get down tonight. Yeah. Yep. Okay, good. Whew. There's more in there I need to get out of my system, but it's okay. If you want to do a little jig with me, not for me, but for you, always a good thing. Okay, I've got the camera on the other side. I'm feeling a little disorientated, but it's going to be okay. I'm going to be all right. Cheers to you. I'm having dandelion tea. I've decided to call it by its name that they give it. I know, I make up a lot of names. You'll learn that about me if you hang around. And it's fun making up names for things. You should try it. We name all of our cars. We name all of our appliances. We don't do name calling though. That's something, I'm an empath, so I have a lot of empathy and I can't deal with that. It hurts on the inside to call names of, to people. But yes, we certainly name and welcome into the family all our new appliances. My son loves plants, so we give them a kiss and say welcome. Yes, it's just the way we roll over here in the Trinder household. All right, so I'm celebrating 90 days. And I'm trying to get this vlog done before little girl arrives. She's 4.5, and she's with us for today. I'm smiling a lot, but yesterday was a really hard day. I cried several times yesterday. My dad went to emergency. My mum, he looks after her a lot, so that was difficult. I had a doctor's appointment with the new Carnivore doctor. Oh, I got lost. I never get lost. I didn't take the on-ramp. I was listening to a podcast and focusing on that, and I missed the off-ramp to go down the Tonkin Highway. So then I course corrected, and then I missed the entrance to get back on it. And then when I got there, I went to the wrong practice because they didn't tell me there's 3 of them, 3 practices all in Vic Park. Well, there's 2 in Vic Park and 1 in another one somewhere there. And I don't walk well at the moment, so I was in a lot of pain at that point. I'd gone into the surgery, then I had to go to another place. And when you go to a shopping centre, for me, I don't know how far away all the stuff is, wherever I want to go, and so I normally plan that out. And of course I had no choice. I was now running late for my appointment, which I can't stand that. I'm always super early just to make, especially for a new place, which was my plan. But because I'd gone weird on the freeway, 5 to 10 was when I arrived for a 10 o'clock appointment, which stressed me out. Anyway, on top of that, with not knowing what was wrong with Dad, and it was a rough day yesterday. Anyway, Dad's doing it okay. He's still there, so in hospital. I'll know more today. All right. But Mum's in good spirits, so that's good. And yeah. We move on, don't we? Today for me is day 90. I'm a little bit behind on my vlogs because so much has happened in the last week. I've been really trying to sort out my knee pain, and I've been trying a lot of different things. I'll talk about them at different times, but so one of them is giving up coffee. So I'm not a week on dandelion tea, but I'm a week off coffee, and this is just my replacement when I'm just really wanting some coffee I drink pretty much decaf, so it's not the caffeine so much, but the taste now. I never used to drink coffee at all years ago. I've acquired a taste for it. So this has been nice. I've had this probably 4 times in the last week, but that's more for me than before. It's very good for your liver. So I think I've shared that I've got a fatty liver. Let me just put this light on because all of a sudden it's gone a little bit dark and overcast outside. So all the things, milk thistle, there's different things you can take for a fatty liver. A lot of people have it and don't even realise it. Anyway, so this is delicious with cream in it. Delicious. It does taste a little bit like coffee, but I've told my brain, let's not look at it like coffee. Let's just think of it as delicious. And then I can have it when I want, right? All right. So I just wanted to share the update on the knee pain. The vibration plate's doing really well. I've cut it down a little bit because I was getting a little bit excited there. Up to 4 hours a day. I was doing two 2-hour sessions, and my feet, my little ankles were swelling a few times, and I'm thinking, why is that? I don't normally have that. So anyway, I thought I'll just cut back on that a little bit, and I haven't noticed my ankles actually since I've cut back. So I'm doing up to an hour, half to 3/4 of an hour at a time. Mostly twice a day. I think there's one day I only did once a day in the last week. So I'm just trying not to overdo it on there. And I do have my massage gun. I'll show you that. I don't know if I've showed you that. This is for all the lippy ladies. Let me just unplug it for a second. So this is it's Bob and Brad. Bob and Brad. It's actually my husband's, but I'm using it. So press and hold. And it's really good on my knee, my right knee. I just pop it on. Like last night, I was getting a little bit of sharp pain, which isn't what I normally have. Getting a little bit of sharp pain, and so I just pop this on there, and it really helps. Really helps. Yeah. So, oh, hang on, trying to turn it off. That's Bob and Brad. Yeah. So that's good, and I was out and about. I've been out and about again. So that's exciting. But I really want this knee pain to go away. So I've been looking into oxalates. That's the other thing before I tell you about the 90 days. I've been looking into oxalates. One of my viewers mentioned them. And I have heard of them, but I've not done research. So I've done a bit of research now. I've spent a couple of days researching oxalates. I'm not sure if that's where I'm at. I have not had a lot of vegetables for quite a few years. So, and then there's, even tea and coffee, like I wouldn't drink a hot drink a day, like normally. I know I have been in the last 3.5 months, but for the last so many years, I just don't drink hot drinks each day. So I do find that when I'm doing a program, I do like the regularity, and it gives me a emotional mental support. It sounds weird saying it out loud, but it does. So so I'm not sure that I have oxalate dumping, but I'm interested. I'm researching it, and I'm looking into it to see. For me, I have to try different things because I have this sort of brain that I need to know. And I've just heard the roller door go up. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do next, right? So 90 days is up. So I'm going to come back and tell you what I'm going to do next, and then I'm going to share what I ate day 86, day 87, 88, 89, and day 90, which was on Saturday. Here's little girl. I'll be back. Hello, sweetheart.
Guess who's here?
Guess who's here? Is it Ellie?
No,
Oh, it's Tweak. Everyone, this is Tweak from Captain Barnacles. Okay. Come up here. Come right up here. I'll put a little rabbit on your face so that you can say hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
All right. Let me stop that. Okay, I'm back. All right. What am I doing next? So, the short story is Emma and I have committed to another 90 days. It was the only thing I could work with in my brain. To say I'm going to do it all year, it just freaks me out a little bit. Will I do it all year? I hope so, but I don't want to make that commitment yet at the moment. Another 90 days is awesome. I feel like I've started again, not in a health way or even the changes in my weight. I haven't weighed myself, but just because of my clothes. But I'll tell you something that happened. The first week of doing Carnivore, I went to the beef shed here in Malaga and I found this thing called thick skirt. And I thought, just grab it. Just, I was getting porterhouse and a few regular things. So I thought I'd try that, this thick skirt. I've been watching the Bearded Butchers. So there's lots of cuts that I've learnt about, but they use American names, and we use very different names here in Australia that are not any way related to the names in America. So, and that, I found it difficult to find the equivalent names. But anyway, I'm making notes. I might do a video on it for all of us Aussies. Anyway, I grabbed the thick skirt. I sous vide it for 4 hours, and then I did another batch at 8, something like that, longer. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. I sliced it up. Once it was sous vide, I sliced it up and put it in portions, and then freeze most, keep a portion in the drawer. I've got a little drawer in the fridge where I keep all of my proteins. And wow, I think it took me a month probably, because I like to change it up. I get a bit bored, so I like to have a variety. And it was delicious. And to be honest, I had started missing this thick skirt, or maybe just any skirt. I'm not sure. Haven't had the other type yet. So, how bizarre. I go to Beef Shed last week. It was last week. Actually, it was on day 90. It was on Saturday on day 90. I went to the Beef Shed, and guess what was there? Because I've looked. I've been there once or twice, and I've looked, and there hasn't been any more. I go there, and there's thick skirt. So I grabbed one. It's got 2 pieces in it. I came home, I sous vide it, seasoned it, sous vide it, and then I opened one packet, cut it all up, portioned it out. The other 2 packets, I just popped them in the freezer. I'll as I need them, I will cut it up and portion it out. And so it just reminded me of week 1. And so that was sort of why I sort of felt like I'd started again, which was good, because in my mind I was like, okay, I've been doing this a while now, and I didn't really want to feel like that. So that was great. It's a little girl singing over in the background. So what am I going to do for this 90 days? Please hold. Okay, so what am I going to do for the next 90 days? All right. I'm going to keep using seasonings. I really would love to add some more flavours, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. I'm just thinking it through. And I'm going to explore with sweeteners a little bit. Okay, this is very controversial. Seasonings isn't as controversial as sweeteners. Sweeteners is very controversial now, and I get it. You've probably got your own opinion about that, and you're probably saying, don't do it, go back, wrong way. Here's the thing with me. Here's the thing. I'm going to explain this. I need to explore and see what sweetness will do for me. I need to do that. I can't not do it just because the majority of the opinion is that I shouldn't do it. It's just, that doesn't work for me. I'm a leader. Leaders need to explore things for themselves and learn. By their mistakes, yes. By their successes, yes. So I'm going to do it. This is what I'm doing for the next 90 days. I'm just going to experiment. One of the things I don't think I said it on here, but I talked to Emma about it a few times, that as a reward, again, you may or may not agree with this, but as for myself, as a reward for getting to 90 days, I wanted a chocolate brownie. Yes, it's a ketovore recipe. Keto version. Yes, it's got sweeteners in it. And so I had that. I'm not going to put pictures up because I don't want to trigger anyone or, but it was amazing and it was delicious and I loved it. And I'm so glad I did it. And I'd been thinking about it for a month, but I hadn't done anything. I'm so proud of myself. But that was my reward. I had that. And I would like, the other thing is I would like to have a keto dessert regularly, like every couple of weeks. I was thinking once a fortnight maybe. So we'll just see. Again, I understand this could be a very slippery slope for me. I'm just saying. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure how this will go for me. I'm very good at making desserts and sweets and all the things. I've made many over the years. So I just don't know whether it will pull me in a different direction, whether it will satisfy me and be a tool, like a step on the ladder to getting me further in my, carnivore zero carb journey. I don't know. But I've been thinking about it now for a couple of months and I need to find out this information for myself so that I can make a decision moving forward of what I do or don't want in my diet. So that is what the next 90 days is. More of the same. I'm just going to do the same. I've used very little seasonings. They're on my list, my food list, but I've used very little. So I want to explore. I love Asian. I love Thai food, Thai flavors. So I'm just thinking about how I want to do that in the whole scheme of things. So that's, so that and having a keto dessert, which, yes, I understand that's not carnivore. I understand. I understand. But it's something that I feel like I need to do right now. And I will work out what's happening from there. So that's my next 90 days. More of the same. More of the same. All right, so let us do what did I eat in a day for day 86. I'm so proud of myself. I am. All right, so I made meat muffins. Beef and chorizo. So I think I had one or two. I think I had two. No, yes, I know I had one and then I had another one. Yes, that's right. It's a few days ago now. And then in the afternoon, late afternoon, I had pork belly, tri-tip and brisket. A little mixed grill. I love to do a mixed grill. Then I had some toast with beef butter on it. Delicioso. The toast was, it was regular toast, I think, that one. I have had choffles with beef butter on them as well. That was delicious too. And then I had a chomp stick, which I'm not sure if I've got a photo or a video of that. I'm not sure. So you may or may not see something. It was just one of those clean ingredients, just a a meat stick, you know the ones. All right, day 87. I had a beef bowl in the morning. Love beef bowls. Then I had some crunchy beef that I make. I'm about to do another batch. Then I took the easy quick route and I bought a mixed tray from the kebab shop. I've shown you this before. That was a hard day Wednesday, so I just went the easy route. And I asked for just beef and chicken this time. I just didn't feel like any lamb. So this is great. The other thing I like to get takeaway, there's a few takeaway foods, right, for Carnivore. For years I've been going to an Asian barbecue shop and getting the roast pork, the red pork, and I do like duck, but yes or no to the duck, depending on how I'm feeling. So that's one option that I've been getting that for years. The beef patties, I like the Angus. I've tried them all at Macca's, and I do like the sausage muffin patty thing. Muffin, little sausage breakfast. They're nice. And the Angus. I don't like the quarter pounder, or I think it's just a quarter pounder or whatever. So Angus patties, the pork belly and red pork, roast pork, that combo. And the other thing is from the kebab shop, meat tray. So, and also they make a meat tray with salad, which I've used both of those over the years. But the meat tray's great. It's just straight meat. That's what it is. And then they crispen it up and then you get it. And sauces on the side, no sauces, whatever you want. So chicken and beef, and I added some beef butter to that, just to up the fat content of that one. So that was 65 grams of fat that day. It wasn't very high. And I haven't been the last 2 weeks there's been so much going on that I haven't been pushing the fat. And I've got no whipped tallow at the moment. Oh, well, I just found a bit last night. That won't be on this video, but I know I really need to whip some more. So I need to render some more because I've got the Wagyu tallow, which is better for me as beef butter. It's just better that I use it that way because I can't whip it. It won't whip. It becomes a cream, not a solid. So that's interesting. So yeah, 105 grams of fat for day 86, 65 grams of fat for day 87. So then on day 88, oh, please hold. Yes. Day 88. That was a revelation. I made spring rolls and money bags and sausage rolls. Anyway, let me tell you about that. So I had some crunchy beef in the morning, and then I went about using my oven to bake the beef navel. That recipe will be up on my channel shortly. Then I made the spring rolls. That recipe's already up on the channel if you want to have a look at that. I had some savoury beef on truffles. You know, like you used to make the savoury steak on toast? That's what I was going for. It was delicious. And then I had pork belly and spring rolls for dinner. That was so good. Oh my gosh, they keep really well. I put them on a bit of paper towel after I made them, the extra that I make. I always batch cook, always. I don't just make enough for one meal ever because I don't have the energy and the mobility to be cooking a big thing every single day like that. So it works for me. I mean, like the definition of fast food, my food is so much faster than fast food. It would take me way longer to get in the car and go and get some fast food and come back than it does. It takes me 6 minutes for most of the things that I heat up. Remember, I twice cook most of my food. I 3/4 cook it in prep mode, batch cooking mode. Then I portion everything up. And then I just pull out what I want to eat each day. And most of my portion sizes are enough for a couple of meals. So it normally spans a couple of days, unless I really, really love it and then I eat it all in one day, like in 2 different meals. But yeah, that works well for me. So I had 105 grams of fat day 88, day 89. I had those little sausage patties, the McDonald's ones that I made with the seasonings in them. I had 3 of those. Then I had some pork belly and brisket. It was my thing for a few weeks. Pork belly and brisket, pork belly and brisket. It's just high fat type meats on a choffle. Again, delicious. 2 beef nuggets. Oh, and I had some fat. So I had the last of my beef nuggets and I spread fat on them. So instead of butter, I spread beef fat. That beef butter is delicious. That is the Wagyu beef butter. It's delicious. Doesn't have really any flavour. The tiniest savouriness, it could almost be sweetness though to it. It's delicious. And then I had another meat tray. Yes, I know. It was good. And I got a mixed one this time because I was good to go with some lamb. I added some fat. So that day I had 115 grams of fat. And then there's day 90. I'm so proud of myself for achieving that goal. It was just pure bliss. Wow. I'm really proud of myself. Day 90. A cup of tea and some crunchy beef. Who knew? What a combination. Then I did a meat haul at the beef shed. I went on a Saturday morning to the beef shed. This is something I haven't been able to do this for a while. And I think I was there inside for 20 minutes. Oh, and I went again. This was Saturday. I went again this week. I'll tell you about that in the next vlog. So just my confidence and just, being on my feet, because I can't be on my feet for too long without having to sit down because of my right knee. Anyway, cup of tea and crunchy beef, meat haul at the beef shed. And so, but when I got back, I was so happy to have some steak. I haven't had any steak for the last week, like prior. So I was really wanting to get some porterhouse, or New York strip it's called, overseas. And I did. I got some that was on special. It was a little more than, it was $23 a kilo. I normally pay around $20 there, but that's absolutely fine. It's $45 a kilo, double the price in the supermarkets. So I grabbed some and I came home and I cooked 2. Now, whenever I'm feeling hungry, I'll cook 2 and I'll just leave what I don't eat and then I'll have it later as cold steak. So I had some left over, obviously. Oh, it was so good. So good. And then I picked up some ribeye cap. So I cooked that hot and fast. It was pretty tough. I'm not recommending that. The ribeye cap. I was thinking to myself, it was $13 a kilo, which is cheap. I'm thinking, is that the spinalis? It isn't the spinalis. It's actually the... there's a whole cap of fat with some meat in between above the ribeye, and it's that. So, look, I bought a couple of packets. I came home. I've experimented, which is what I need to do for me as a person. I did all that. I sous vide one. They come in sort of like a rectangle. I sous vide one, and the other 3 I portioned up. I cut up into slices, thinking I'd use it as steaks. No. Ribeye cap, no steaks on that one. That is, the meat in between is very lean. So what I ended up doing with all the ones I cut up after I made this particular ribeye cap steak, and it was so tough, I said, I've now portioned up a lot of ribeye cap. I took all of that, it was already sliced, and I pressure cooked it. Now, when you pressure cook lean meat, pressure cooking is like braising on steroids. Don't braise lean meat because it just gets dry. Cook it for a short period of time in the pressure cooker if you want to do it that way, and then make it into crunchy beef or biltong. If you're going to make it into jerky, then you wouldn't pressure cook it. You would just slice it and go for it that way. So, experimenting with the ribeye cap, there we go. It's all interesting. And I've learnt a lot last week about all of that. And so then I had 2 pork sausages, some really great sausages my husband had gotten, and they're very clean ingredients. So I had 65 grams of fat that day. So that is 90 days. 90 days. How are you doing? Are you doing good? Please tell me how you're going. And look, is anyone else doing sweeteners? Is anyone else doing seasonings? Do you have your own food list? Like, a food list is really important, I think. What I have noticed over the last so many years, even before starting this in February, is that everybody has their own version of carnivore. You could even call it your own version of zero carb if those words are easier to use than using the carnivore word. And it's so interesting. One of the things the doctor told me yesterday when I went to see him was, which I'll talk about on the next vlog, but one of the things he said to me is he's got 300 patients and half of them are doing carnivore. They're already healthy and they just are doing it to maintain their health and further their health. And the other half have comorbidities or, situations, issues that they're healing, that need healing. And so I thought that was an interesting statistic, 50%, 50%. I thought, yeah, and it does reflect in the Facebook groups, and when you go online and you learn on different YouTube channels, and if you read the comments and just what people are saying, there is definite different reasons for doing carnivore for people, and that then creates definitely different food lists. So this is why I started a Facebook group for Dirty Carnivore for Beginners, it's called. And I did that because it's just, people can be very judgmental in this space when they are judging from a position of what they think is what's right. And it's very hard to do that. Every person is unique, and you need to find the solution for your body and not impose that on other people. So I do think, and Dirty Carnivore is the seasonings side of things as a generally accepted rule. So again, everybody has their own version. So this is mine, and I'm very proud of myself for doing 90 days. Let me know how you're going. I've gone shopping in my wardrobe again since. I've rewashed, again, all my clothes are clean, but I've just rewashed them because they've been sitting there for a few years, not been worn. It's a good feeling. I'm wearing stretchy pants nearly every day. What has happened to me? I think talking about lipedema, I've spent my life hiding my legs, and talking about it here on this channel has just, I don't know, it's just like flicked this switch in me. I'm not bothered by it as like I used to be. I want to say I'm not bothered by it at all. I don't feel bothered by them. So who knows? But yeah, let me know how you're going. Please tell me the latest and greatest that's going on with you. What food are you cooking and what are you making? Give me some inspiration. Yeah, and if there's anything you're struggling with, maybe we can all crowdsource a solution for you in the comments. Who knows? So anyway, I'm going to go like and subscribe, all the things, the things in the YouTube world. Sending you love. Mwah. and I will catch you on the next one.